everyone, welcome to Inside Riverside. I'm your host, Gabriella Madrigal. Today on Inside Riverside, we will recap the City of Riverside September events, share some of the fun coming up in October, and visit our wards to find out what's new and exciting in your neighborhood. Inside Riverside starts now. It's fall, y'all, and Inside Riverside is ready to celebrate the season. So let's kick things off by looking at our September festivities. September was Deaf Awareness Month, and Riverside came together to celebrate one of our city's most vibrant communities.
This Deaf Festival happens every year in the fall because all over the nation and the world, really, it's a Deaf Awareness Month in September.
The 26th Annual Deaf Festival filled the parking lot and breezeway at City Hall, all the way down to University on September 20th, with art, culture, and connection.
I love to come here to Riverside. I feel very connected to the Deaf Festival. I've been coming many times. It's a wonderful community. I like learning more about the deaf culture. I want to be here around the deaf people, immerse myself.
Many of the vendors on hand were deaf-owned businesses. There was a kids zone with bounce houses and a rock wall, a showcase by Deaf Volks, a collection of deaf-owned Volkswagens, and an entire section of city and county services including CHP and RPD displays, an RTA bus tour, Riverside Public Mobile Library, and Riverside Public Utilities was there to continue building bridges that support accessibility.
I want the people here for the City of Riverside to understand our needs, our communication modes, and once we have them, we'll be able to provide immediate response for services.
Deaf Festival has always been about creating space for everyone to connect, learn, and celebrate deaf culture. With Riverside being home to California School for the Deaf, one of 2 deaf schools in the state, and with a population of 156,000 people with hearing difficulty, it's clear why Riverside was such a proud host. On September 27th, downtown Riverside's Arts and Culture District came alive for the 2025 Riverside Art and Music Festival. This celebration of arts, culture, and community once again showcased the incredible creativity and talent of Riverside.
Well, I do really well here, but I also love to see all the different art and hear the music. And then I love just meeting and interacting with people here.
The festival featured art installations, local artist vendors, and a variety of performances. Festival goers enjoyed art activities along with opportunities to shop directly from local artists and makers. The music lineup kicked off with the Riverside Concert Band, followed by Bad Soma, Auditory Cortex, and The Good Days, before closing out the evening with a high-energy headlining performance by the legendary Voodoo Glow Skulls.
I am here to see Voodoo Glow Skulls. They've been around since my dad's time.
The night show was great. I mean, we have a lot of friends who followed the band from the time they were kids, and now they're here with their kids. It's kind of cool to just have the music transcend different generations.
I like the fact that when I was a kid, I used to go see them, and now I'm mature, and I can still go see them.
We formed in 1988, actually, February of 1988. We've been around for 37 years. This is our hometown, so it felt awesome.
It was the perfect opportunity to celebrate Riverside's thriving cultural core. Ward 1 celebrated a special milestone on Saturday, September 6th, with the groundbreaking ceremony for the new $21.5 million SPC Jesus S. Duran Eastside Library at Bobby Bonds Park.
Hello everyone, we're so excited to be here today for the groundbreaking of the SPC Jesus Duran Eastside Library. This is a momentous day, and to be here today is a dream come true.
It'll be 15,000 square feet. It's going to have a dedicated children's area. study rooms that people can borrow for free. There'll also be a shaded structure where it will be really nice for families, users of the library, users of the community center to come out outside and enjoy the fresh air in a covered area. So that'll be wonderful. It was kind of the little engine that could. It started with $100,000 to find a place for it. We found a place. We used that $100,000 to get a basic design, and then we were able to get some state grants, some city support, and here we are today knowing that we're going to have this new library in the East Side community. We couldn't be happier.
The East Side has not had a permanent library, so we invested $4.5 million in state resources through the state budget and $10 million in the state library grants to make this vision a reality.
You have everything from a new East Side Elementary School, a gymnasium, park renovations, and now this East Side Library for Jesus S. Duran. So it's an investment in the East Side community.
And in the Arlington neighborhood of Ward 5, the Museum of Riverside has reopened Heritage House with a brand new exhibition entitled Quackery and Cures in the Victorian Age. On view now through November 23rd, the exhibit takes visitors back to a time when the line between medicine and quackery was often blurred.
We're here at the Heritage House. It is a Queen Anne Victorian home that was built in 1891. It's on Magnolia Avenue here in Riverside. It was originally owned by Catherine Bettner, who was one of the prominent citizens in Riverside during the 1800s. In the 1970s, it was restored by a nonprofit organization called the Riverside Museum Associates. Years later, it was given to the city and is now run by the Museum of Riverside.
Quackery and Cures in the Victorian Age is an exhibition that explores the quackeries and the ailments that Victorians were experiencing during the 1890s. Population was booming, and that meant disease was also booming, and that allowed for basically a door to open for these less savory sorts to come in and say, I have a cure for you. That's going to take away your pain, and that wasn't true. So they were selling things that either had no effect or could actually cause harm. The exhibition is open now and will be on view until November 23rd, 2025.
With fall upon us, Riverside is brewing up plenty of fun this Halloween. There are tons of festive events where tricks are light, treats are plenty, and the only thing scary is missing out. Flobo Boyce is at City Hall with Margie Haupt, Riverside's Deputy Director of Parks, Recreation, and Community Services, to find out more. Flobo, take it away.
Thanks, Gabriella. And for more about the events happening in the month of October, we're here with Marjorie Haupt, who will tell us more what's going on the Riverside during the Halloween season.
Well, thanks for asking me. We have a lot of programs happening, not just at Park and Rec or the library, but all over the city through special event organizers and different things like that. But just to give you a sampling of all of the great things that are happening at our parks. So at Boardwell, we have the Eastside Fall Festival on October 11th. At Orange Terrace, we have the Boo Bash and the Crest. That's really cool. I might go to that one. Reed Park, we have the Halloween Spectacular on October 18th. At Hunt Park, we have a Spooky Spectacular Festival on October 23rd. At Viegas Park, we have a Halloween Carnival on October 24th. Arlington Heights Sports Park is having a Sports Spectacular, so that should be fun. Nichols Park is having a Halloween Carnival on October 29th. The Youth Opportunity Center is having a Monster Bash. That's really for grades 7 through 12, so it's a little bit older audience than all age groups, and that's on October 30th. And then Bryant Park, we have Ghouls Night Out, which is on October 31st. And not just that, we also have Local Vibes event, 3 that are happening in the month of October, all sort of Halloween related. So one of them is the Fall Festival at Vegas Park on October 11th. And then we have October 25th, we have our Day of the Dead Color Run, which should be really great fun at Hunter Hobby Park. And then we have on October 18th, Planes and Treats at our local airport.
A lot of things are happening all throughout Riverside. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is.
Thank you so much for your time. And for more information about that Planes and Treats event, we'll take it to the airport.
Planes and Treats here at the airport is a great event to bring families together and be able to have kids who've probably never been on an airplane before come up, get close to an airplane, touch an airplane, and get some sweet treats in a family environment that's a safe environment that everyone can enjoy. So this year we are kind of getting back to basics. Last year got so crazy with so many vendors, so many people. We had to turn away so many families because we were over capacity. This year we're trying to keep it simple, have more people flow through the area, get in and out quicker so more people can enjoy the experience and not have the hassle of the long wait time. We're having more planes this year. They're going to be decorated a lot more, and it'll be a great experience. We're going to have the usual line as you can go and trick-or-treat in front of all the planes. We're also going to have a few vendors to get food and souvenirs. And then we also have a beer garden sponsored by Riverside Airport Cafe for the adults who want to hang out afterwards.
This Halloween event will take place on Saturday, October 18th from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Riverside Airport. For more information, visit riversideca.gov/local5s. Lace up Riverside, the Mission Inn Run is back on Sunday, October 19th, winding through downtown's parks, landmarks, and historic neighborhoods, offering a 5K, 10K, or half marathon with a dedicated half-K walk that's perfect for kids and dogs.
For this run, I feel like it's more, in a sense, personal, just because you have people who are locals that you may see around a lot, and you meet these people at these races that are nearby. I feel like just like the energy is just really good. This is a good hype, the aftermath of everyone getting together, listening to music, cheering each other on. I think that's what separates it from other runs.
Every participant scores some sweet swag, and teams of 5 or more get $5 off per member. Mary S. Roberts Pet Adoption Center will be on hand with walk and wag festivities, including a pop-up dog park and pup bandanas for our furry friends. This Riverside tradition supports the Mission Inn Foundation, a 501c3 that preserves and shares our city's cultural heritage through tours, exhibits, and education of the Mission Inn. Your miles matter, and your entry fuels local history. For more information and registration, visit missioninmuseum.org. For all the activities happening in the city this month, make sure to visit riversideca.gov/calendar. The city's community calendar has a full lineup of local events updated regularly. And if you're organizing something of your own and want to be featured on the calendar, visit riversideca.gov/calendar. Click Submit Calendar Event Request and fill out the form. It's a free and easy way to get your event noticed.
Hi everyone, Crystal Snyder here, and I wanted to let you know about Riverside's quarterly magazine, Explore Riverside. Here you can find city news, events, and stories that matter to residents, business owners, and visitors here in Riverside. And if you flip it over, you have the activity guide from Parks, Recreation, and Community Services. Every class, every workshop, every library event, it's all here for the kids and the family. From K-pop dance to sports to STEM, basically if it's happening in Riverside Park and Rec, you'll find it here. You should have received your copy in your mailbox, but if not, you come to City Hall and pick up your copy, or any library or community center. Or you can read it online at riversideca.gov/explore.
Riverside recently hosted the Inland Empire's first Extreme Heat Summit. The city's Office of Sustainability and Office of Emergency Management led the event with support from Blue Zone's Project Riverside and the NOAA, with more than 180 participants gathering at CARB's Southern California headquarters.
So extreme heat is really defined as 2 days in a row of temperatures exceeding 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Riverside is hot, so we're seeing more and more days of extreme heat coinciding with each other, and that creates implications for human health, environment, or infrastructure, and how we go about our business.
Extreme heat is the #1 weather-related killer in California and across the U.S.
Collectively, about 40% of the city is vulnerable to extreme heat. Some of the more obvious vulnerable populations might be homeless. They can be seniors. They can be pregnant women. They can be young children.
Riverside now sees about 19 very hot days, up from about 4 historically. Since 2018, Riverside County has recorded 278 heat-related deaths.
What is probably less obvious is those that are working outside. It could be athletes who are in great shape but are training at the wrong time of day. Right now we're in football season and the kids are out there training. You're also seeing band members marching around. So this was an opportunity to raise awareness. It's a silent and deadly phenomenon.
Next steps under consideration include a heat action plan, longer hours for cooling centers, libraries and pools, and more shade across the city.
If you want to stay in the loop with everything happening on Riverside TV, it's easy to sign up for our newsletter. Just head over to riversidetv.com, wait for the subscribe to our newsletter pop-up, provide your email address, approve our privacy policy, and hit submit. That's it. Now you'll get updates from Riverside TV straight to your inbox.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Inside Riverside. We will be back next month with more stories, events, and updates from across our community. Remember that Riverside TV is available to you 24/7, streaming through riversidetv.com, on our City of Riverside YouTube channel, or on Spectrum 3, AT&T 99, and Frontier 21. Until next time, keep it local, keep it Riverside.